What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to talk about a crazy conspiracy theory that might be happening at the trade deadline. Well, of course, as we know, the Lakers ruled out both Anthony Davis and LeBron James yesterday, and it was just because obviously they're just injured or whatever. And then a while back, obviously LeBron James tweeted an hourglass, which made people think that's Darvin Ham's job on the line or time is ticking on Darvin Ham. But there might be something else going on. Could the Lakers be trading LeBron James? So let's go through this really quickly, which is why this conspiracy could be true. Of course, this tweet was from yesterday. Hearing from NBA, LeBron James is the top of the Lakers list to trade. The 39-year-old Pelinka is looking for the right team to dance with and is close to a suitor. LBJ and AD both out tonight. So obviously, look at this. It's just some guy saying some random stuff that LeBron James is going to get traded, right? Well, it gets weird because look at this. This is from 2012. Was told recently from NBA people that LeBron James has put feelers out regarding a return to the Cavs in 2 years. Well, we all know what happened. LeBron James returned to Cleveland. Just now, hours away before NBA free agency is set to start, my source tells me that Kawhi Leonard is highly likely, and really leaning more to sign a deal with the LA Clippers, reiterating the NBA Finals MVP is not at all interested in doing a deal with the Lakers. Well, we all know what happened. He went to the Clippers. Last one. The Lakers are doing LeBron a favor, and he will pay them back by making the Lakers his next team. So your thought on the Cavs trade and the whole team. So obviously, we all know what happened at the deadline. The Cavs trade with their whole team. And then that summer, LeBron James signs with, because obviously that was the J.R. Smith debacle, I believe, if I remember correctly. Put that scenario as a strong possibility. I'll scratch your back if you do the same. So, is this guy just throwing stuff at the wall, or is there some truth behind this? I have no idea. I really don't. But I still think it makes for a fun video. So we're actually going to jump in and do a trade LeBron James Los Angeles Lakers rebuild today. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Of course, LeBron James has never been traded in his entire career. And he's 39 years old. So I don't know what his trade value is at this point. I do have a trade that I kind of got off an article as an idea. But I added Quentin Grimes to it. So it was like Julius Randle, Fournier, and 2 firsts. But I went ahead and took out 1 first and put Quentin Grimes in there just because Quentin Grimes has been on the trade block, it seems like, for the Knicks anyway. It seems like him and Tom Thibodeau aren't getting along. Obviously, DiVincenzo has pretty much taken over that spot to begin with. So, Randall, Quentin Grimes, Fournier, and a top 10 protected first for LeBron James. Taurean Prince is just in here for salary filler. So, the Lakers, I guess, trade LeBron. LeBron goes to the Knicks to help out Jalen Brunson and obviously OG Anunoby. And yeah, so they built something special in New York. So, we're going to go ahead and do this trade. Be honest with you, I don't think this is actually happening. It sounds just too crazy that LeBron James is going to be traded at the deadline. I just personally can't see it. But if that is the case, then I guess getting Julius Randle back to keep your team in contention status isn't the worst thing. Because obviously now you have Anthony Davis, Julius Randle. Austin Reeves can take on a bigger role, which he was able to do yesterday against the Celtics, as they upset the Celtics yesterday. So you got D'Lo, Austin Reeves, Zarech Murrah, Julius Randle, AD, Vanderbilt, Christian Wood, Quentin Grimes, and Jackson Hayes and Max Christie for the rest of the season. So, man, what do you guys think? Do you guys think LeBron James is actually going to be traded, or did that just sound too crazy? It definitely sounds too insane, but you never really know. I guess everything's possible. But I'm going to push up Austin Reeves shots to see a little bit as well. I hardly ever do rebuilds with Randall either, so that's why it kind of makes it fun. And Randall did play for the Lakers at one point. But we're going to go ahead and simulate year number 1. Now that LeBron James is gone, we got Julius Randle and Quentin Grimes and a top 10 protected Dallas pick. Obviously, D'Lo has been amazing since all the trade rumors have popped up about him. I know the Lakers are interested in DeJounte Murray, and that's definitely still a possibility. So, yeah, I mean, even if the Lakers did trade LeBron, obviously they could do more work at the deadline. But I'm just going to go ahead and simulate the season with Randall on the team, and we're going to just see how this team does. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. The way Prize Picks works is you look at the projections that they give you on the board and you click more or less on the projections. So if you want to choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 players being 3 times your entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your entry. So they even now have a popular tab as well. But if you want to simply go over to points and you think Bojan is going under his points tonight, click less on the projection. If you want to scroll all the way down and go to Sabonis going over, click more on the projection. It's that simple. It's a lot of fun. If you want to sign for Prize Picks, use code Crushables. They match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100, first time depositors. And they not only have NBA, they have all kinds of other sports and options as well. They also added darts yesterday, which is just kind of wild. So they added Apex a while back. They have all kinds of stuff on here. It's actually crazy. Rocket League is on here. But the way I use prize picks is using DGF's optimizer and correlation tool. So optimizer, basically, it gives you some data to go off of. It compares discrepancy across multiple sports books. So there's no discrepancy here, but the juice is favorably having the over on James Harden. So you're getting this at minus 137 odds, which is really nice. And then same thing with like Tyus Jones here. No discrepancy, but you get it over at minus 138 odds, which is nice. But the other tool I like on DGF is their correlation tool. Correlation, obviously a big thing. A lot of fun. I've been using this tool since August 18th. You'd be up 826.3 units at the moment. But basically, it gives you a slip. You put it in, and you forget it. So, for instance, like on the big game for the Super Bowl, if Brock Purdy is going to throw over his yards, then more than likely Debo and George Kittle are going to catch over their yards, right? Same thing with Mahomes. If he's throwing over his yards, then more than likely some of his receivers are going over. So that's how correlation works. Hockey is a correlated sport. NFL is a correlated sport. Soccer is a correlated sport. They even have esports on here that are somewhat correlated as well. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that all down in the description below. If you want to sign up for any of this, all links down in the description below. Let's get back to the rebuild. So at the end of the season, we still ended up as a play-in team, which kind of sucks, but it's all good. 23 from Anthony Davis with 12 rebounds, 21 from Julius Randle, 17 from Russell, 17 from Reeves, and 11 from Rui Hachimura. So do we beat the Jazz to get in? We lose in the play-in. So yeah, a little disappointing. The Knicks, of course, are LeBron James. Let's see what they do with Brunson and LeBron. They get to round 2, but they are going to lose the 76ers in round 2. That would suck. 76ers going to win the championship. And Dallas's pick, they did make the playoffs and almost made it to the finals. So we should get that pick as well, which is nice. LeBron James is going to retire a Knick. I'm going to let him ride it out one more year, though. So let's go to the lottery, and let's see what we got going on here. So Rockets, number 1. Thunder via Houston, which technically speaking, the Rockets would keep that pick. So they have 1 and 2, which is actually kind of absurd, but we're going to go fix that for them. And then our pick, I believe, is going somewhere else this offseason. We have, I could be wrong. Yeah, it goes to the Pelicans. The lottery pick is going to the Pelicans, but we have pick 20. All right, so I'm going to go fix... I'm definitely going to go fix that Houston thing because Oklahoma City, you know, has Houston's pick, but it's top 4 protected for the Rockets. And I know the Rockets made a trade yesterday on Steven Adams. I just didn't really see a point of a video on that one. But I guess if you guys want to see one, we could maybe do something. But I'm going to go ahead and go fix that really quick, and then we'll pick whoever we want in the draft. All right, so jumping into the draft to see who we can get at pick number 20. We got Carl Carrington. We got Scotty Milton, Gary Diaw, Ryan Dunn, Mac, Dylan Mitchell, Caleb Foster. Don't know much about the guys left on the board, but I think I'm going to go ahead and settle on Mac here. Or, yeah, Mac. So, out of Indiana, we'll take him, and that will be our pick. I believe this is a second-round pick. We'll draft the Purdue legend, Zach Edey. I know he's a really good center in college. I don't know how well he'll translate to the NBA. But we got Mac and Zach Edey. Welcome to the Lakers. So, player options. D'Lo's actually going to decline his player option, which is quite surprising. Evan Fournier also we're going to decline. And then qualifying offers, Max Christie and Skylar Mays, we are going to extend the offers on. I don't know if that opens up salary for us. No, it does not. So, our best option is to technically just re-sign D'Lo. Because, I mean, if we lost him for nothing, it would really suck. And he's been pretty solid, again, for the Lakers. So, I think what I'm going to focus on is getting a backup 5 this offseason as well. So we are going to resign D'Lo, just because losing him for nothing would just be unfortunate. So we'll resign him to a 4-year contract, and then backup 5, we're probably not getting it in free agency. There's Mo Bamba, Luke Cornett, but I'm not really loving those options. So I think what we're going to do is try to trade for a backup center really quickly and see if we can do that. Don't know who I'm moving to do so. I just don't trust Zach Edey just yet. I think we're probably going to move Gabe Vincent in order to do it. So I guess we'll sign like DSJ to be our backup point guard. We'll do that. That'll be our big acquisition. I know Jackson Hayes was pretty solid, but I can't re-sign him. But let's go see if we can get something for Gabe Vincent's contract using his salary. We're actually going to go ahead and do this trade with the Charlotte Hornets where we get Nick Richards. We're absolutely going to go ahead and take this. We need a backup center, and the Hornets get a win-now player in Gabe Vincent and also Maxwell Lewis, a younger piece to fit their timeline. So we could rely on Jalen Shafino as well to be the backup point guard. Just kind of glossed over that. But we have our backup 5 now, which is great. Rui Hachimura is our starting 3. I still like this squad quite a bit. I haven't fully been able to see what we truly need. I wasn't really paying attention to the simulation last year and how well we did, because I was, obviously doing the ad read. But Otto Porter, Marcus Morris, probably not signing anybody else. I think we're probably done in free agency. Didn't do a ton. Skylar Mays and Castle and Christie are all back, so that's huge. AD is down, Russell is down, Vanderbilt is down, Quinn Grimes is up, which is great. And then Max Christie, Skylar Mays, and Hood-Schifino all up, which is nice. Love to see that. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight into next season. We do have the ability to make a trade if we truly want to. We don't have to just sit on our hands if we don't feel the need to do so. But I do kind of want to give this team a full half season to see how the record goes, because I do like this team on paper, but it's obviously, all up to how the simulation treats us. So we can be only a 3.5 at balance. It looks like our small forward position isn't great. I like Rui Hachimura a lot in real life, but in 2K, for whatever reason, they're not really liking his fit in a balanced system. So Rui Hachimura could be the guy we move. We'll see. Russell, Reeves, Rui, Randall, AD, Vanderbilt, Richards, Quinn Grimes, and Max Christie. I low-key like this rotation a lot. Max Christie is listed at, what is he listed? I'm pretty sure he's listed at the 2. He's 6'5". I'm going to move him to the 3. I know he should probably be just playing backup 2, but he goes up to 76, so we'll definitely take the upgrade there. We're going to go ahead, similar to the deadline, as I mentioned. Let's just see how this team is doing, and then more likely than not, we'll try to stop at the deadline to get a new small forward on the roster. So we are starting the trade deadline as promised, as we're 29 and 21 on the season. So the game plan here is to try to upgrade the small forward position. Someone who fits our proficiency a little bit better, because unfortunately Rui Hachimura doesn't. We're 29 and 21, so we're decent right now. But obviously it has to be the right fit. So let's just see who is available. So got the Magic rebuilding and go get Franz Wagner, which would be interesting. The Mavericks are buying, but they are the 12 seed, so that could be fun. Cameron Johnson would fit like a glove here, honestly. I wouldn't mind doing that. He'd fit really well at that small forward spot. Benedict Mathurin, Siakam, Miles Turner, Buddy Hield is probably still there. We can bring Ingram back and get all the Lakers reunited that used to be here. We got Randall already and D'Lo here, so we could continue the reunion. Markelle Fultz, Asar, probably not doing anything there. RJ Barrett. Dylan Brooks is funny. Keldon Johnson is an interesting one, just because I can see the Spurs eventually moving him. Because right now he's shooting 33% from 3. I'd ideally like a better shooter than that, though. So let's see if can we get anything better than that. Lonnie Walker's on the Blazers right now. Wiggins, Danny Avdija, Kuzma. I mean, we could go get Kuzma. That would be kind of funny, right? 36% from 3. Kyle Kuzma continue to reunite the Lakers. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We might do it, honestly. And the other guy I was kind of paying to was Danny Avdija, shooting 40% from 3. So not a bad team to look at. So we might go back to the Wizards. Of course, the Lakers and the Wizards have made plenty of trades together in the past as well. Although it would be funny if we sent them Rui Hachimura back, just because obviously probably didn't like it there very much. Patrick Williams is also somebody I always like to target, because the way he shoots from 3 is just, I don't know. In 2K, he's a lights out shooter. So he's probably shooting over 40%. He has no trade clause, though, so that would be a hurdle we'd have to get over. But we could go get like Paul George as well and just go all in if we wanted to. But I don't know. I don't know if the Clippers would do that. Brandon Miller, of course. OG went to the Jazz, which is interesting. The Kings, they got Keegan Murray. All right, so I think we're going to talk to the Wizards, or we're going to start with the Bulls, because I want to see if I can get Patrick Williams. That would be my ideal target right now. I think he'd fit like a glove to what we need. Kuzma would be okay as well, or even Danny Avdija. So those are the 3 targets we're looking at. So let's start with Patrick Williams. We're going to have to use the note or the trade finder. And again, he may say no to everything I offer just because he has a no trade clause. So this is going to be totally up to him, but I'm going to try to do it. So I'm going to see if I can do a I guess we can't do it straight up. Rui Hachimura. You give me Torrey Craig, maybe. Can I give you like Skylar Mays, or Dennis Smith, Skylar Mays? All right, so let's say we did this: Rui Hachimura and Skylar Mays for Patrick Williams straight up. And I'll throw like a couple seconds at the wall as well. See if he even, yeah, he declined. So we can't get Patrick Williams. We're gonna go talk to the Wizards now. Kyle Kuzma is our other target. If we bring Kyle Kuzma back to the Lakers, we just have a whole damn reunion here. We play him at the small forward right now. He's listed at power forward, so. Yeah, I feel like, though, if you're getting Kyle Kuzma, you probably have to send a first-round pick to the Wizards. So Rui Hachimura, Skylar Mays, 2025 first. If I'm the Wizards, I'm looking for at least 2 first-round picks or something of value. Let's say it's not Skylar Mays because I don't know if Skylar Mays would really move the needle. Let's say it's Mac, which sucks to do, but if we get Kyle Kuzma, I think it'd be worth it. We're sending Rui Hachimura back to the Wizards, which is just really unfortunate, but we're getting Kyle Kuzma, who's up to 84 at small forward. So Kyle Kuzma, welcome back. We have a whole reunion here. I don't know if Kuzma ever played with Randall and did he play with Randall and Russell? He must have, right? I don't remember. But D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Kuzma, Julius Randall, Anthony Davis. So really solid squad with Vanderbilt, Grimes, Nick Richards, and Max Christie. So I'm feeling pretty solid. Kuzma was the upgrade we needed at that 3 spot. Our proficiency more than likely went up as well. It did at 4-star. So hopefully with Kuzma in town, this team is about to do a lot better. Although we were pretty decent still, I'm hoping that this team does even better with Kuzma joining. LeBron James continues to be the king of New York, I guess, and is the MVP there. He signed back with the Knicks, which is cool to see because I wanted him to do that. Alex R, Rookie of the Year. Cameron Thomas, 6th man. Wemby, Defensive Player. Wiseman, Most Improved. And Damian Lillard, Clutch Player. And Mark is your Coach of the Year. So I wonder if we get Anthony Davis making one of these teams. We do not. So that's kind of weird with him being the obviously #1 option now. But of course, there's a lot of scoring across the board for us. But we are the 2nd seed in the West, which is great. So taking a look at the player stats, you had 22 from Anthony Davis, 21 from Austin Reeves, taking a huge jump for us. Kuzma with 19, 18 from Julius Randle, and then 17 from D'Angelo Russell, 8 from Vanderbilt, 8 from Richards, and then 7 from Grimes, and 5 from Christie. So hoping this is the year that we get to the champ or back to the finals. Let's see how that goes, though. So let's fix our rotation for the playoffs. 9-man rotation, hoping for the best here. Pelicans in round 1. Facing another former Laker and Brandon Ingram. Obviously, Anthony Davis going up against his former team, and we beat them in 6 to get to round 2. So that's a great start. 32 from Kuzma to close them out in game 6, which is awesome. And now we get to play another familiar foe, which is the Denver Nuggets. This team obviously got, this Denver Nuggets team swept the Lakers in the conference finals last year in real life. So hopefully we can return the favor and, maybe sweep them in round 2. Highly doubtful, but if we can just beat them, that's good enough for me as well. Somebody current round, and we were going to beat them in 5. So very close to a sweep, but not quite. And now we get to play the Thunder. So thankfully, we took that pick away from the Thunder because oftentimes I'm just too lazy to do it. I just wish 2K would fix their game sometimes when it comes to the draft picks. But I feel like if we would have went up against the Thunder with another top pick, it would have been a lot tougher. Don't get me wrong. This is still going to be very tough. But I feel a lot better now that they don't have like a #1 overall pick or #2 or whatever it would have been. Game 1, 1-0 goes to them. So fair enough. We are going to simcast because the Thunder, as we know, are not a fun team to play in 2K. They aren't. They're like almost like the Warriors back then when they had Durant. Like not quite, because obviously the Thunder have done it in a really respectful way rather than Durant just signing with the Warriors. But still, you get the analogy. Not really an analogy, but you get what I'm trying to say. All right, let's see if we can win this one. We are out of it looks like, but we have kind of gotten close in this one, but we are going to fall short. We're going to go back to LA to see if we can even this series up here. This would be a huge game 4 victory. If we allow them to win, I don't know how great I feel about our chances here. We are going to allow them to steal game 4 on our floor. So yeah, we got to win each and every single game now from here on out. No, cannot afford to lose another one. It would be crazy if we got the Thunder to blow a 3-1 lead. But yeah, it's going to be highly close. So let's see if we can slow this down. They have a 1-point lead. We could take it. We have a 2-point lead. They take it back. All right, we got to win this one and see if we can do that. We are going to win game 5. Huge game 5 win. All right, I'm also going to shrink this down on an 8-man rotation. Backs against the wall. We got to win every single game from here on out. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Game 5, or game 6 rather. We need it, and it looks like we're going to get blown out there, but we do actually even it up. We're down 4. We have a chance. We're down 4 again. Could win this one. We got to absolutely steal it here if we're going to. Although we are at home, we're getting close, but we're not scoring. So, unfortunately, the Thunder do beat us. To be expected, though. The Bucks go on to beat them, though. So, Damian Lillard gets a championship. Awesome. All right. LeBron James is going to retire as a New York Knick, and now we can go to the lottery and see if we have anything going on here. Obviously, we just traded our pick. Rockets get #1 once again. So, Rockets had 1 and 2 last year, and they also have #1 this year. So, yeah, that team is going to get very terrifying very soon. I don't think we have a lot of time here. We got to work very quickly. Obviously, the teams around us are only going to get better, and we're getting older. So, that is why it would be very important to win a championship at the very, very soonest. next year would be great. I wanted it that, you know, obviously this year, but we didn't get it, which sucks. But 8, 25, and 27. I'm going to let the CPU just take care of those. I don't think, as I punch my damn mic, that actually kind of hurt. Whatever. Jonas Shafino, Zach Edey, and then Julius Randle declines the player option. And then rookie signing, we had Marquise. Yeah, so none of those guys were, I guess Cam Scott was decent. Player options, we saw that already. Grimes and Christie, 2 guys I want back as well. And of course, I'm also going to resign Julius Randle. 5-year deal for a 34-year-old sounds kind of tough. But if I can get him for a 3-year deal, looks like the Bulls haven't even come close to what he wants. So we should be good there. Resign Christie and Grimes as well. So we're almost going to be running it back with the same rotation, technically. But we'll see if we can. Okay, it looks like we can sign 1 player in free agency, though, which could be huge. So Hood Shafino probably going to be good enough to be a backup point guard next year. Grimes, backup 2. Christie, backup 3. So technically speaking, we just sign whoever we feel is best in free agency because we have a backup everywhere. So we have an MLE, which is nice. We have Bones Highland, Monte Morris. We have Isaiah Joe. We have Isaac Okoro. We have Sadiq Bey. And we have Dario Sarge, Isaiah Jackson Wiseman. A lot of good options here. Barry Walker, who's been pretty solid with the Blazers of late. Corey Kispert. Could get Corey Kispert. Obviously, can never have enough shooting. I'm going to go Corey Kispert here. I'm going to see if I can steal him from the Wizards. I think he'd be the best signing we could get right now. Great shooter. Has size as well. So he might even go up at the 3. I'm not 100% sure. He does. So I think he was probably the best guy we could have gotten. So that might take Christie out of the rotation, but I'm totally okay with that. I think Kispert was very necessary to bring in. So we are going to have Kispert up to an 81. We moved him. Kuzma is up to an 84. We moved him last year. And once progressing, everyone is progressing. So that's a great sign. So our one big acquisition was Corey Kispert. Is that enough to move the needle? Guess we'll find out. I feel good about the team. We got to the conference finals last year. The Rockets probably look very scary at this point. Let's see what the roster's looking like because they've had so many crazy picks. They have Isaiah Collier, Nikola Toppin, who they got in last year's draft, and they got Cooper Flagg. Yeah, this team is very young and talented, that's for sure. So, rotationally, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Kuzma, Randall, and Davis, Corey Kispert, Grimes, Vanderbilt, and then we're going to obviously play Nick Richards. But I might stop at the trade deadline because, you know, you probably don't need Amin Thompson anymore, right? You probably don't need him. Just saying, you got Isaiah Collier in the background now. Like, I think you can move, I think you can move Amin Thompson to us, but we're probably just going to get straight to the end of the season. Proficiency is 4-star still. Hopefully this is the year that we can go all the way to the finals and go win that championship. So at the end of this season, we finished up as the 4th seed in the Western Conference. Here are your player stats to end things off here. 20 from Anthony Davis, 20 from Austin Reeves, 17 from Randall, 16 from Russell, and 14 from Kuzma. So Phoenix in round 1, they have, you know, Booker, Beal, Durant, Nasir. So they pretty much have the same team, honestly, other than, I guess, their bench is a little different. But yeah, obviously, I feel like our depth is a lot better. Hopefully, we could take out the Suns here. Would be very disappointed if we lose in round 1 to them, and we might be looking to do that. Just kidding, we beat them in 6. Okay, the Rockets with their young squad gets all the way to the first round, but they lose to the Blazers. We have Scoot Henderson, Sharp, Line Walker, Bobby, DeAndre, and Anthony Simons, Stephon, Robert Williams, Jeremy Grant, and Isaiah Jackson. So their depth, obviously, really, really good. I like our depth as well, but yeah, the Blazers can be very, very good. So let's see how this is going to go. So I'm going to come around against them, and we are going to be in an even series with them as we have the Thunder awaiting us if we are to get past the Portland Trailblazers here. Going to simcast this huge game 5. It is back and forth thus far. We got to steal this one. We cannot afford to lose, and we are going to barely lose by 1 point. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. All right. Game 6. Let's see if we can come out here and win this game 6 and avoid being eliminated and force a game 7. Can we do that? And we are going to be in another close one. We are going to run away with it this time. So in LA, we take care of business. Huge game 7 in Portland this time. Hopefully we can just blow them out and not have to sweat anything. It's looking good in our favor so far. Now, it looks like as long as we don't blow a big lead, they are getting back in the game a little bit, but we are just so far away. I think we're good. So 125 to 107. We beat the Blazers in 7, and now we run into the Thunder for a second time. They no longer have Josh Giddey, so that rules in our favor. The team looks a little bit weaker, so hopefully that works in our favor. Jay, Casey Wallace, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Jalen Archette, and then Looney and Usman Dang. So here we go. Game 1 goes to them. They beat us by 5. They still have Shea 2-0. Are they going to just obliterate us? Can we win and even this series up? We might be able to. We start off with a huge first start in the first quarter. Outscore them by 22. So as long as we just keep the lead, we should even this series up. Okay, we do. 109, 128. Even series now. Clean slate. Game 5. Huge game 5. We got to win it. Got to win it. Cannot afford to lose this one. We go down 3-2 to the Thunder. I hate what might have to happen to us. And we are going to lose game 5. All right. We got to even the series and win 2 in a row. Poor Kisper, it's cold right now, but whatever. We're leaving him in the rotation. All right, here we go. Game 6 to even the series up to force a game 7. Have the lead at the moment. We are looking to run away with it. It looked good for a second, but now we're in a very close game. I'm going to get heartbroken here, ain't I? 105 to 102. 106 to 108. I think we got to watch the end of this and see what is bound to happen. 106 to 108. I don't believe in myself to cook this time. I've done this too many times and seen this movie. I know what happens when I play. We choke. So, gonna allow the CPU to see if they can even this game up, and we have to win or we're going home. So, gonna give it back to Kuzma. Kuzma, get a screen from AD. I would like that action a lot. No, instead we're just gonna sit here and sit on our hands. Why are we not doing anything? Lou Dort probably could have stole this ball a long time ago. All right, there we go. We got something going. We got some movement going. 8 seconds left. I hate how we're not doing anything with this right now. Okay, Kuzma, if you make this, I forgive you. Why did we sit there for 18 seconds and not do anything? Maybe I should have played. That was terrible. We lose to the Thunder again. Is that surprising? No. I'm done. I'm ending it there because that just pissed me off. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all in the next video. Fun little video. Is LeBron James going to get traded? Sounds too crazy to be true, but we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.